The health of Donald Trump has again been called into question, and journalist Don Lemon just issued an ominous warning to the American people. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. The health of Donald Trump has become an omnipresent story in the news cycle in recent months. Since his campaign in 2024, numerous medical experts have called into question Trump's health, citing his ever more incoherent ramblings, failing memory, swollen ankles, and strange bruising on his right hand. In addition, he's beginning to make a habit of disappearing both from public view and from social media for days at a time. Over Labor Day weekend, of course, the internet went wild with rumors of his sudden death. Officially, the White House claims Trump has chronic venous insufficiency. But as Dr. Sanjay Gupta told CNN, it seems like there's more going on here.
In our health lead, before deranged social media conspiracies about President Trump's health, some even speculated over the weekend that he had died. Newsflash, he's fine. White House reporters and other observers were paying attention to some very real developments when it comes to the health of our 79-year-old president. And joining us now, CNN chief medical correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta. So Sanjay, sticking to the facts here, we have seen pictures of Trump's hands. He has had bruises on his hands. And we've also seen pictures of swollen ankles. These are all, legitimate photographs and actual things. What is going on here?
Yeah, if I can, just for a second, Jake, a little preamble. When we've approached things like this, and I've been doing this a long time, obviously we see the same things that the public is seeing here. A couple things. We hear from his doctors because we want to rely, as you're pointing out, on data, evidence, and facts when it comes to the president's health. We do talk to a team of other doctors as well, emergency room doctors, cardiologists, gerontologists, vascular surgeons, to also weigh in on what's going on with the president. But so when you specifically talk about his ankles and his hands, for example, something people have noticed, what his doctors have said is that this is due to something known as chronic venous insufficiency.
As it turns out, Gupta isn't the only one with serious questions about Trump's health. Stay with me here. Further fueling speculation, Trump was cited taking pills at the World Cup last weekend. Do we have a shot of that? Now, nobody knows for sure exactly what he's taking there. It could be anything from Adderall to Viagra to Descovy. Countless little blue pills look the same, especially when photographed in minor detail. If you are a regular viewer of our channel and my reports, and if you're not, subscribe now, you know that I continue to believe Trump is in the throes of congestive heart failure, which would explain the swelling in his ankles, the bruises on his hands, as well as the bulging veins in his neck and his shortness of breath. And I don't know about you, but I'm ever more annoyed with the way the mainstream media made such a big deal about Joe Biden's alleged failing health, while Trump shows even more vulgar outward signs of health decline. Why is the mainstream media not questioning his diagnosis? It's infuriating, and I'm guessing you, my beautiful viewers, agree with me. Fortunately, one journalist has finally spoken out. Former CNN anchor Don Lemon stopped over at the Daily Beast podcast this week and issued his own solemn warnings about Trump's health and all the reasons why we should not believe the official White House statements regarding it. Take a look.
What do you think's going on with his health?
This is my opinion. I think that he is sicker than the administration is letting on to. And by evidence only, history is the evidence, because I remember being on the air and being the first to report that Donald Trump and Melania Trump had COVID. And when Donald Trump walked out of the White House to walk to Marine One and then go on to the hospital, he looked terrible, but he was sicker than we knew, and no one told us about it. And there's nothing that leads me to believe that they would be more transparent about it now. So, look, Donald Trump is almost 80 years old. And if you get older, things start to happen to you. Yep. I think I just had my mom. She came to visit for 2 months. And I noticed, observed her. She's 83 years old now. She's not, and she will admit, I'm not the person that I was even 5 years ago. And so once you get to be a certain age, it's just natural. I mean, things start to happen. So I think he's probably sicker than they're letting on, and I wish there was more transparency because this administration seems to be more concerned about Joe Biden's, alleged cognitive issues, and he's not even in office anymore. And I think they should be more, transparent about Donald Trump's issues.
Finally, someone is saying what we're all thinking, and what some of us in the journalistic community have been saying for a very long time. Thank you very much. Even so, it's a comfort to hear a major journalist like Lemon talking about this and offering his thoughts as to why we shouldn't believe presidential spokesliar Caroline Leavitt's explanations. Granted, there are no shortage of doomsday stories coming out of Trump's Washington, from his military occupations to his tariffs to Jeffrey Epstein to whatever latest nincompoop CEO is kissing his behind. I stay busy. But the subject of Trump's health has ramifications for all of us and the future of the country. And, as Lemon correctly points out, there is much more going on here than the White House wants us to believe. Needless to say, we'll keep you up to date on Trump's health woes, from chronic venous insufficiency, congestive heart failure, or whatever else is making him decay before our eyes. This is Occupy Democrats.